Hello everyone, I made Squid Game in Super Mario Maker 2. Here's how. In case you don't know what Squid Game is, basically it's a Korean TV show where contestants play children's games for money, but with a deadly twist. Basically like a crazy Mr. Beast video. So I thought it'd be a good idea to recreate 3 of these games in Mario Maker 2. Red Light, Green Light, the Honeycomb game, and Tug of War. And yes, I'm using Roblox footage just so I don't get a copyright claim on this video. Anyway, to start with, I worked on Red Light, Green Light. The way I wanted this to work was to have a block that changed between red and green in the corner of the room, and if you moved whilst the light was red, the floor would disappear. So I made a new level and made this simple contraption that randomly hits this on-off switch. The floor is made out of snake blocks, so it's loaded globally. I changed the contraption around a little bit until I got some timings that I was happy with. I also needed to make a movement detector contraption that could be turned on and off with an on-off switch. But no matter what I tried, I couldn't find a way to do this, which was honestly really annoying. So I had to settle for this jump detector and design the red light, green light course around jumping a lot. The way the jump detector works is that the SMB mushroom jumps at the same time as Mario in the ground night theme, and when the on-off switch is on, it jumps up and hits the note block, activating the P switch, destroying the ground underneath Mario. I also added a timer above that activates the P switch if you're way too slow. You may have noticed the bob-ombs and the pipes here. All they do is turn the on-off switch back to blue if it turns red. There's also a strip right at the top of the screen that signals green and red. And with that, that was pretty much the first game done. But don't worry, I'll come back to add some finishing touches later. Anyway, on to the next game, the Honeycomb game. In the Honeycomb game, you have to carve out a shape out of honeycomb, but if you break the inside of it, you get eliminated. So I wanted to recreate it in Mario Maker 2 by making the player carve out bricks, and if they carved out the wrong bricks, they'd get eliminated. I was originally going to make it using invisible blocks, with this invisible block detector made by Spark. This contraption just looks super cool because it's loaded globally. So I made this room where you have to copy a shape from the other side of the room, but I found this really janky, so I tried to slightly rework it. So I came up with this design that uses spawn blocking. In case you don't know what spawn blocking is, it's a mechanic in Mario Maker 2 where if you put an enemy inside of a block and boot up the game, it won't spawn. But if you break that block in-game and reload the area, it will spawn back. So if you break any of the wrong blocks, like I am here, a muncher will spawn and eliminate you. And I used a bob-omb with a key being spawn block to give the player a key the same way as the munchers being spawned, but in a positive way. And that was this design pretty much done. But the cool thing about this design is that you can customize it in any way that you want. Now let's move on to the final game, Tug of War. I'm assuming most of you know what Tug of War is, but in case you don't, there's a rope, 2 teams, 1 team on either side of the rope, and 1 team has to pull it further than the other team. Because there's no rope or pulling mechanics in Mario Maker 2, I had to be quite creative with this one. Well, not really that creative. I kinda just copied the Roblox version. And in the Roblox version, you just have to click more than the other team on a button. So I had the very creative idea and unique idea of making a Fireball Bowser fight. No, I'm not joking, I actually made a Fireball spam fight. But wait, I did make it good though. So I made this arena, but I quickly ran into one big problem. Because I built it in the subworld, I couldn't scroll stop the screen. And I was wanting to hide Bowser off screen. So it just looked really ugly. And I couldn't just add auto scroll to the main world because that's where red light, green light was built. So I made a new level and started making everything over again. Hopefully this time better as well. And everything was going fine. I'd copied over red light, green light and the Honeycomb game. Then I accidentally deleted the level. But finally, after a few hours and a few tears, I'd built back everything that I'd done and got Tug of War working. So here it is in action. So you fall down into place and the build blasters get destroyed. Then you have to spam as quickly as possible to fire down on a boom boom that gives you a key after a while. The only problem with this is there's no way to lose. So I added quite a strict timer by using a note block on a track that destroyed bob-ombs underneath you. I also added a few cheeky teammates. And with that, I'd made all 3 games. All that was left to do was to add some finishing touches. So I added a few instructions, like telling you when to stop and go before red light, green light. And I added a little sound that plays a second before the lights change. Now, the only thing left to do was to play it. But before I play it, I'd like to ask you, if you've enjoyed this, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying out a different style of video, so I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, I'll pass it over to Facecam me. Yo, welcome to my Squid Game in Mario Maker 2. Squid Game. And I'll put the octopus, because you know I'm smart. I did a few decorations since you've seen it last, a few things that you should know. So, this is red light, green light, so obviously stop. So when you're on platforms like that, you should stop. When it's like this, you should go. It's based on jumping, but you should really stop. So I'll just demonstrate it here that if you jump, the floor falls away. Well, a lot of people played this already. It's only been up for like a day. There's a lot of deaths. Alright, I'm gonna do it for real now. So it has the arrows pointing up, showing the red light, green light thing, showing when you should go and when you should stop. If you hear that, it gives it, If you hear that, it gives a slight ding right before the lights change. So it gives you a slight indication. Alright, this time for real, I know what I'm doing because I've done this like a ton of times testing. But ding. Oh, that was close. Yeah, I reckon if I left that another second, I would have done. That was quick. I need to be paying out attention to the dings. Like that. I know it. This is quite intense. I really like how that's turned out. I think that's turned out really well. That's the one I'm happy with. Copy, so Honeycomb. It gives me a load of yay because I won. So I have to copy what's over there. This is like the closest I could get it to working, to the original. I don't know if the gameplay's fun, but like I think it's a cool contraption. Okay, I'll demonstrate. Okay, I just messed up, so I'll demonstrate what happens. You see how I've destroyed a row there? So that row there will be munchers. So I can't get past because munchers. And I put a checkpoint there just so people don't rage quit and have to do red light, green light again, because red light, green light is quite hard, especially for like a newer player. So there we go, there's the shape. I think I got it right. Yeah, I did. So if you got it right, there's 3 bob-ombs. I add an extra pow because just so you don't get hit by the bob-omb blast. But there you go, I've got 3 keys. So key 1, it shows that I need 3. And it says key and it has a squid. And I've added spikes in case they don't have a key and they need to die to get out. I don't need to because I'm good. Tug of War. So this one, it's just spamming, innit? It's just spamming against Boom Boom. I'll show what happens when you don't press anything because I've got a checkpoint. Yep. I just fall. That Koopa's just floating. What the heck? Alright. For real. I'm gonna spam. I'm spamming. But you see, Boom Boom's nice and off screen, so you can't really see him, but sometimes you can. Because I had to redo everything when I was doing it the first time because he was off screen. GG! THX! I'm really happy with this level. It's quite difficult if you don't know what you're doing, so if you haven't seen this video and you play it, how would you be listening to me right now if you haven't seen the video? But if you want the level code, this is the level code if you want to play it for yourself. Like and subscribe. Okay, bye. I'll make a part 2 if this video hits 12,000 likes.